Like to call meeting to order. Let the record show all board members are present. To have a motion to approve the agenda. All those in favor say aye. Oh, excuse me. We have two small adjustments on 11. Add an F, and on number 6.1, remove that. We'll talk about that at another meeting. For those adjustments, is that okay?
I move we approve the agenda as was amended and corrected.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Okay, the first thing on our agenda is recognitions of students. Let's see, Ms. Blankenship.
Good afternoon, President Ford, Superintendent Dr. Starcher, and board members. Tonight we would like to recognize the students that achieved a perfect score on their writing score for the West Virginia General Summative Assessment. We are very proud of these students and their hard work. So the first one we have is from Fairdale Elementary, Amelia Akerd.
Good evening, President Ford, Superintendent Dr. Starcher, fellow board members. I will continue recognizing students that scored a perfect 10 on the writing assessment last year from Trap Hill Middle School. And the first person is Lainey Dillon. Next, from Trap Hill Middle School, Jason Farrell. Next up, Sharon Howerton. Bowen Hutchinson. Next, Chance Jenkins. Adriana Lamone. Braylee Pritchard. Kara Williams. And just a reminder, in order for students to get a perfect 10 on the writing assessment, they have to score the max amount of points in all 3 categories of that writing test. So we don't have that many students in the county that have scored a perfect 10. Our last perfect 10 from Trap Hill Middle School, Asher Worley. All writing winners, if you would come up for a group picture. And principal, if you have principals. Yeah. Yeah, this is all Trap Hill and Fairdale. Maybe like, I don't know.
Yeah, right here. Let's come over here, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I've got 2 more. AP. You're gonna have to act like you know each other, like kind of piece in. It's not gonna happen. Congratulations. All right, Fairdale. You got it? Okay. Go ahead then. Sorry. Okay. AP. AP. I will now present. I have 2 students this evening that scored a perfect 5 on their advanced placement test last school year. For the AP test from Liberty High School for biology, a perfect score for Ariana Combs. No, I don't think so. I didn't think I saw her. Come on, Miss Bailey. Did you mess up my phone? Oh, wait. Well, portrait's good. I mean, you can do either just slide it over to photo. You act like you don't have an iPhone. And Miss Bailey, I was gonna say stay here. And our second student scoring a perfect score on the biology advanced placement test is Logan Perrone. Congratulations. Oh, this one's good. He's like, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, congratulations to all the perfect 10s and 5s. We don't have any delegations. We don't have any agenda items. Board reports. Dr. Hutchins. Ms. Smith? I'm good. Ms. Hambrick? I'm good. Mr. Snuffer?
I'm going to really surprise you. I really don't have anything. I know that's an unusual thing. You may want to make that a part of my report. But no, it's
make
been
a
a
note of that.
good week, and we're glad to have everybody here tonight.
I don't have anything. Dr. Starcher?
I'll keep it short then, but I would like to announce that we have recently finished the first 9 weeks. We had 1,643 students with perfect. That's all at this point. That's all at this point. That's all at this point. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Archer, for you, how was the needs project? How did that go with the needs project in Charleston? The needs project. I'm sorry, it's hard to hear you. I know.
So last Monday, Mr. Ford, Mr. Butcher, and I attended the School Building Authority interview day. I believe it went well. We had 10 minutes to present the project, so that's not a lot of time, obviously, but I believe it went well. We had a couple of questions following the presentation, and then Mr. Neptune, the executive director, he made some comments regarding the project and the safety perspective particularly, and then another one of the authority members addressed that safety piece as well. So I think it went pretty well. We'll know December 15th unless the School Building Authority would change that date. But that's about 5 weeks from today maybe. So we have our fingers crossed and are very hopeful. I will say that should we receive the needs project, our goal is to get out to bid early February, late January, early February. There will be some paperwork that we have to do and approvals we have to receive, but we're ready. Just little odds and ends to tidy up, but we'll go out to bid early February. Thank you.
Right. Okay, moving right along. High school PSAT data, Ms. Hodges. Oh, we need to take that off too. Yeah, I recommend that we take off number 2 at this time. Need a motion for that?
We need a motion.
We need a motion for that. Okay, number 3, Zach Query, Regional Director of Sales and Implementation, Critical Response Group.
A little background, if you remember, bill was passed regarding school mapping, and what we currently use doesn't check all the boxes. So Ms. Colvin led this work. Ms. Colvin, Mr. Dillon, and a couple others worked to review the submissions and then interviewed, I believe, 3 companies. And then they're recommending Critical Response Group to you this evening. So Zach Query, who's the regional director, he had another commitment already scheduled this evening, so we said that if he could do this virtually, that that would work for us. But we wanted to get this to you before you tonight so that we can move forward with this project. So, Ms. Colvin, is Mr. Query ready to go? Okay, thank you.
Go ahead. Awesome. Can you guys hear me okay?
No, not yet. Okay, try again.
Can you guys hear me okay?
No.
Try again, Zach. Test, test. Can you hear me? Try again, Zach. All right. Can you guys hear me? Okay, go ahead, Zach. Can you hear? Can you guys hear me now? Talk as loud as I can. Okay. Can you guys get me okay? Test, test. Can you guys hear me? Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you everybody for the in time tonight. Opportunity and time tonight. My name is Zach. Query. I'm the regional director for West Virginia. Critical response group. My background very briefly. I grew up just north of Morgantown in southern Pennsylvania. Don't hold it against me. I always had a passion for the military. I spent a little bit over a decade in Army Special Operations. Most of my time with the Rangers, and then a few years out of the Special Missions
Zach,
Unit.
I'm sorry. Can you pause just a second?
Yes, sir.
I think we're going to try to figure out.
We're going to try the phone. There's a lot of
My name's Zach Query. I will try to be as efficient as I can here. I'm the regional director for West Virginia at an organization called Critical Response Group. My background, very briefly, I grew up just north of Morgantown in southern Pennsylvania. I always had a passion for the military. I spent a little bit over a decade in Army Special Operations, where I was introduced to a mapping technique. The technique was really the foundation of how we planned, but more importantly, it's how we communicated in unfamiliar locations around the globe. I had the great fortune of deploying overseas 7 times across Afghanistan, Iraq, and Syria. And this is the technique that was, organization is other military special operations veterans like myself. We have about 110 deployments on the team. And the only reason I kind of bring that up is every single one of us has relied on this technique for every operation that we've ever been a part of. The second pillar of our use is over use. Since we've started this, we've mapped about 20 in West Virginia. In West Virginia, we have a presence in about 25 counties, and this list, continues to grow. Continues outside of the K through 12, outside of the K. We've mapped everything as well. We've mapped everything to the New Year's Eve ball could occur, but just to give a very high level where this understanding of where this whole thing came from. This stemmed from failures in the military. We had a very hard time going to locations that we had never been to before. Something that would look like this neighborhood, look like on the right hand side of the screen. We'd be under stress, and we'd be working with other agencies that maybe we've worked with for years, or maybe we met 30 seconds before an operation. And once we got on the ground, communicating about location became nearly impossible. Our problem set wasn't necessarily how do you navigate a monster's high school. It's how do I explain to somebody that I've never worked with before how to get to this building, To solve that problem, we developed a very simple mapping technique called a grid reference graphic, or a GRG. All this was a very simple map. It was oriented north. We labeled sections, a battleship on top of it, to make it easy to communicate off of. So you had letters across the top, down the side, grid square, D4. I'm confident top to D, and see down to 4, and see building grid square in that grid square. You can see the simplicity of this, but it wasn't just the simplicity of this that made it so effective. The secret ingredient was everybody used the same exact map. So back in an operations center, same language. This technique became mandatory for every operation overseas. It's still in use to date. We see it at the highest levels. This is a pretty famous picture on the night of the mission for Osama bin Laden. And in front of Secretary Clinton, you'll see the GRG of bin Laden's compound in Pakistan. And one of the operators that was on the mission that night has the same map on his quarterback sleeve. And I bring this up for 2 reasons. One, we're not trying to militarize schools. In this top picture, there's only 2 people with a military background, yet everybody else is able to follow along because it's a simple communication tool. The second reason I bring this up is I think it validates the technique. If you think of how much technology and resources are allocated to something like this, a simple paper map was used because under stress are the most effective. When we saw a very similar parallel to during critical incidents. If there's God forbid, if there was ever a shooting at a school, it's never just one agency that shows up. The municipal police sheriff department, the county sheriff's office. You have state police, federal and fire, operations plans. They look like these binders on the left-hand side of the screen. I'm not here to critique those. But what I am saying is the maps that you find inside of them face two challenges. First, they're never accurate. Never the way they truly need to be for effective incident response. And this has been highlighted in every action that's occurred as we look at these events. When we looked at Uvalde, the schematic maps of the campus used by law enforcement to identify points of entry were inactive. Public safety looked at a blueprint, saw 2 blue doors in sight, but the issue with that is those doors no longer existed when they got there, so it started adding time to an already chaotic event. When we looked at Sandy Hook, the state police never had access to the maps at all. The best map or the best school safety application, it's not solving it's not what we do. So what we do, the problem is we really overcome 3 things. And stars don't align. School north, which is arbitrary. Every school map across the county and really the country is rotary different direction in a different direction to whatever direction to whatever looked best on this piece of paper for an architect, which leads to confusion. The second piece of this is renovations. We've mapped 25,000 K through 12 schools. We have never a school map that has matched the building wall door for door. We've changed every single one of them. And then simple labeling is the last piece of this. So if you had something as simple as a teacher having a heart attack in the library, and I handed you this piece of it's located. That's located. So what we do to solve the problem is we take the old floor plans that schools already have, we cut them out, and we rotate them to the north. The most important part of our process is we then upload them on top of up-to-date aerial imagery, and then we physically come on site to every single school building. We walk the structure, we fix the maps, we make them accurate, and while we're there, we get eyes on door label, utility shut, AED box, AEDs, and everything that's outlined in state legislation. We also gather all the surrounding context of the buildings, from parking lot names to athletic fields, and then we put a very simple game of Battleship on top of it to streamline communication. So if we go back to that scenario of a teacher having a heart attack in the library, dispatch parking grid square lens to parking grid square piece of door station is the location. It's the fastest run. It's the there to get somebody there. For every school that we map, it comes with two different products. We do an interior map of every floor of the building, what we call a micro, but we also do a zoomed out version of the campus to enable key things like reunification, evacuation, and then public safety staging areas, perimeters, and things of that nature. These are just some other examples of things that we mapped, but this is the most important slide that I have here for everybody tonight. At the end of the day, we want to go floor by floor, building by building, take all of the old raw data that you guys have and fix it through our process to make all of those maps accurate and usable under an emergency. That map is useless. It's still useless unless it's at the fingertips of every first responder that would need an incident. And the way that we approach this is very unique. We are not a software or an application on a phone. These maps and integrate them into the systems that everybody is already using, because on the worst day of a first responder's life, we can't ask them to switch to a third-party application that they've never used before. It's just not going to be effective in an emergency. So how this looks is once the schools are mapped, we'll then meet with your 911 call center called Rapid SOS. When the call goes through, the map automatically communicator, and then when call, it'll actually show where that caller is coming from inside the building. All of the GIS layers that for the GIS community, for them to be able to embed layers of data for the building footprints, the hallways, the classrooms, and all of the point data that they're looking for. From there, we go through and we also collect the Z-axis or elevation data in every school that we go to and all the floors. These can be modeled into 3D. 911 continues to develop. There'll be municipal, county, and state public safety agencies, and we help them get these maps into their computer-aided dispatch software, into the laptops in their vehicles, and then any mobile applications that phones be running to ensure that they have access to these maps and the things that they're already using. And then the same is true for the schools. Whatever technology that the school's using, we provide these maps in file format management systems, your panic button, and any other technology that's out there. For you guys, we're also doing work as well, so you guys will have the ability to get the 360 imagery and video walkthroughs and everything else that is recommended as well. We do all of our work through partnerships. At the end of the day, we have over 165 technology partners, but really at the end of the day, we don't really care what technology folks are using. We meet people where they are, from throughout the vendors, from 911 to the schools, and we integrate the maps into the systems that they're already using. So that way, we've established a common operating picture in the technology that you're first responding with. And then we also provide these in a printable format, because technology is great until it's not. And then the last piece I'll throw out here is we close out every single one of our projects with a free tabletop exercise for the county if they wanted to do it. This is all based off of the same rehearsal technique that we use in the military, but essentially we print out the maps, we bring in your school staff, we bring in your first responders, and we work through an active threat scenario on top of these maps to really, get everybody on the same page and that may be out there. This is the last slide that I have. This is the last slide, the 3166. The reason I included this here 20 is the 20th or 21st date that they're put this law into play. We have operated under these 5,000 times, operating within these parameters and these meeting.
Maybe give us a live presentation or workup on that. But maps only as good as the day you did them. So 6 months from now, I can't guarantee you the maps you went through and what your staff's going to be accurate. What's your process of keeping those updated?
Great question, sir. And I would love to come down. With that being said, so there's two options for our members. The way that we provide this data to your 911 call center, they have the ability to upload these maps if they wanted to. If they cannot or do not have the manpower and everything to do that, we find that labor-intensive thing to keep maps up to date. We offer an optional review. So how this works is after these maps are implemented, we are with you guys for a year and no cost. If you guys have any updates or changes to the maps, you guys reach out to us. We change them immediately, and then from there we go back to all the public safety agencies, make sure that they have up-to-date maps in the systems that they're using. The reason we handle the changes on our end is to and it doesn't get reintegrated back into the public safety properly. You run the risk of multiple public safety agencies using different maps, and then that leaves you in confusion. So we take care of that. And then the second reason we do that is it's going to be software agnostic. We don't want to tie you guys to a licensing agreement and force you guys to a yearly subscription. The way that we approach this is after that second year is done, or that first year is up, we offer an optional maintenance program. So if your 911 center doesn't want to maintain it, you guys want us to maintain that for you. We offer an optional program. It's about $500 or so per suite, and that's unlimited updates to the maps. They're near real-time updates, near real-time reintegrations back into all those public safety systems to ensure that we're taking care of that for you guys. So that's kind of how we approach that on our end, sir. If that answers your question.
Very helpful. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions? Nope, thank you. We appreciate your presentation. Thanks a lot. Is he hearing? I don't know.
Thank you guys all. If there's any follow-up questions.
Consent items, A, B, C, D, and E. Any objection to approving all those together?
I move that we approve the consent items as were submitted to us.
Say aye. Say aye.
Aye.
Say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Have no new business. Personnel. It's recommendation for 25-26 years.
We have a couple adjustments to the initial set of recommendations sent. On page 1, Mary Strunk was incorrectly identified. That autism reflect autism teacher. And then on page 2, you will see Tracy Barker, Shayna Benefield, Taylor Blankenship, and Christina Shade were put in an incorrect section on the record. The previous relocated to the correct section. And those are the only corrections on. Would you like for me to go over the ones for the addendum, even though it's line item F?
Yes.
So my recommendation is as presented with the correction by Ms. Simonko.
Question, we're not doing addendum, we're just doing the first one, right?
Correct, because the addendum's another
Item.
items.
Okay. Okay, I move we approve the superintendent's recommendation for personnel with the corrections that have been noted.
All those in favor say aye. Motion carries. Approve administrative leave of a teacher.
Kristen McBride.
To have a motion to approve administrative, Ms. McBride.
Moved.
Do we have a motion? A motion?
Which one? Which one?
So move, Smith. So move, Smith. Second.
Okay.
Okay. All those in favor say aye. Say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Approve suspension of a substitute teacher.
Erica Taylor.
I move we approve the superintendent's recommendation for Erica Taylor.
Motion's moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Canterbury.
I move we approve the superintendent's recommendation for suspension of Coach Sandra Canterbury.
Motion's been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Okay, that's all we have on part on. Oh, I'm sorry, we got F. Where'd it go? Approve superintendent's additional recommendations for 24-25 year.
Good evening again. On page 1, we only have one adjustment there. At secondary teachers, Elizabeth Martin should read Elizabeth Martin Atkins.
That it?
My recommendation is as presented with the correction noted by Ms. Simonko.
I move we approve the superintendent's recommendation as was submitted with the corrections noted.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Okay, we're now going to take a brief intermission, and at 5:30 we'll have the LSIC meeting. and we're glad that you all came. We'd like to hear from everybody. We do appreciate you coming out tonight. And the first thing we want to do is let Mr. Dillon have the mic.
Thank you, President Ford. Before I start, Miss Carla, Miss Daniel asked me to remind all LSIC team members sign in. You sign in on your sign-in. We know that you were here. If you do that for us. But President Ford, board members, Dr. Starcher, giving me this time. Every year we have programmatic love, middle school and high school contest. Do a contest called Beautiful Contest, and when the beautiful campus look awards, we look at obviously the exterior of the building, but there's a lot that goes into that: the grass, the facilities, trash, leaves, sports facilities, extras, things that I feel like the principal goes above and beyond. And so this year, I'm happy to announce in our high school division, our first place. They have done a marvelous job. They have a lot of grass to take care of, and they've done a great. But our first place winner for Beautiful Campus Award in the high school division this year is Liberty High School.
$1988. Well, congratulations. We knew you all been working hard on it. So now I'm moving on with the LSIC for Liberty High School. Yeah, first thing, just tell us who your people are with you.
Right. Hello. Okay. I feel like it's really close to me. Okay. Well, good evening. Thank you for my award. Like you say, we've worked really hard on it, and we really wanted it. And everybody at the board office know that I really appreciate that. With me tonight, for teacher representation, I have Miss Trish Williams, then Miss Lindsay Akerd. Service personnel, I have Miss Shawnette Cole, Miss Becky Vance. Represents Michelle. I have Miss Michelle Hartshorn and Amy Holstein. At large, I have Beth Talley, Mr. Ben Worley, and Mr. Daniel Hall. And for my student representation, I have Miss Emma Hartshorn. So, ready to go? Okay. So for our LSIC, I just want to go over. I will not read it. I will not read it to you. I know that you guys have had that, and Miss McAllister, who's here as well as my lovely assistant for passing everything out. Performance measures from last year, so our 2025 performance measures. English is 54% proficient. And our math is 20%. That proficient. That is an increase in math by 1%. Our English did remain the same. Our goal for what the state sets for our goal, English is supposed to be at 44%. So we are 10% above what the state is saying in 2025 we're supposed to be at. We're actually at the May 2029 goal for English proficiency. The math goal is 31% for 2025, and that's what we'll be striving to achieve. We are ranked out of 111 high schools. That's four number increase. We were 35 or 77. District was 480. Was 488. So again, not a big marginal difference between us and what the state's. And math average for us was 437. District was 450. And the state was 441. So again, not a large difference. In the mean scores. I know when we look at 20%, proficient in math. I do know that's a negative connotation. I know that my few teachers mail it out when I have one math teacher that emailed everyone and said, I'm embarrassed, but I try to encourage them that we're growing and we're not declining, and I think that's what to focus on. It's been a very long time since we've had any math teachers that were certified. This year, I will have a full staff of certified math teachers. The one teacher that is not currently certified, I'm very confident come in February. So all 4 of my math teachers will be certified teachers, and I do see that growing. And of course, my English department is working really hard their growth, continue into reaching what this is to get by 2030, which is a 68%. So 8%. So get that for the proficiency. Our major concerns. Do you guys want me to see if you have questions or wait till the end? Just wait till the end? Okay. Our major concern is very similar to our major concern last year. We want to expand the offerings and opportunities for all learners. Continue to find ways to expand programs. So ways we're working on that, which we've already done this year. We did start the National Technical Honor Society, so really putting a spotlight on CTE programs and student first year we had 22, and then this year we are planning to have more. 38 had 38 completers and 11 double completers, so that means they completed in more than one CTE program, and that could be our 2 agricultural programs, or we have Miss Lovejoy who has human FFA awards, which Miss Akers here. We're continually getting awards for FFA, the most growth. And recently she received a $100 check for being noticed as highly deserving. And to get that award, you have to start meeting criteria in 3 areas to earn the highest FFA award, which I believe is called National Merit Honor, something like that. So we're working towards gaining that. We started double blocking our APs. We experimented in AP biology, and we had 2 students receive a fund enough to do it. Then we would like to pay for them to take it. So he did get a 4 in music. Get a 4 in music theory. I know we're not probably really from. He had to listen. He had to listen to music and write out notes. It's not paper pencil. We had to actually buy a thing that took CDs and play CDs for him. So we're really proud, and that was Jacob, and so Albert was really proud of him. And like I said, second in math field day. Other ways that we're trying to fix or address our major concern, we do something at Liberty High School called flex scheduling. And flex scheduling is we do that 3 days a week. It's 30 minutes a day, and students get to choose what they want to learn for that day. And I think it's really expanding the students' opportunities to learn about new programs or study. One of my teachers is actually certified in the mines, so he has his HAT certifications. Don't judge me, I don't know all of the names for those, but he is actually going to start doing a flex where he's going to help students study to be able to pass that exam, because we have a big need of kids needing to know exactly what's covered. Other flexes we have, our kids are exploring archery. We study for math field day. We do AP help. Miss Akert is actually studying in her class for the competition in December. So we are trying to offer flex to kind of do more exploration and give kids opportunities to do classes that we don't necessarily have room for in our schedule. The other thing we're trying to do is improve communication and parent involvement. We did a parent survey, and parents prefer text message communication. So if there's parents in the building, you get a text once a week. So I text them a lot to let them know things that are going on in our building and opportunities. And we are planning on continuing parent events. We will have a parent pep rally February the 24th, where parents are invited to come in and make schedules with their students and sit down and actually be involved in the process. So we want to keep getting those people in there and kind of seeing what we need to offer and what the demand and need is for our kids. So I will get to the numbered list. In curriculum, my students loved Mastery Prep. They raved about that. Emma was in that. I know Emma told me that Mastery really liked the Mastery Prep. I'm not fibbing, right? No, she liked it. So yeah, so Mastery Prep was really good. It was a preparation class for SAT, and a lot of kids came out of that feeling really ready and successful to take in social curriculum or curriculum, a friendship class, but my discipline has increased because I understand how to communicate effectively, and I don't know if me and my staff are equipped to be able to assist them in that area. So this is in what Miss McAllister passed out. It's on the back side. It's on the back side. It's on the very back. It's on the very back of the LSIC paperwork. My discipline is 25% up from last year. In August to September of last school year, I had 23 DRFs, and in August to September this year, I have 92. And I know we think they might be cell phone DRFs, but there's only 30 of those. So it's 25. So I'm up 25% in that. And me and Ms. McAllister and our teachers really do believe it is the lack of being able to interact without a cell phone, and just looking at, like I said, just looking at some curriculum to help us help them learn how to communicate with each other, not through a phone. Okay. Basic development, I basically built off of the curriculum ask. I'm just asking for issues with social issues, and to just give giving some information to to help us navigate, really essentially friends, how to become friends. Oh, and what type of friends? So there's class friends, and there's real friends, and you don't have to be friends. So I think we need a sense in that area, area of knowing exactly what to do and what would be helpful. Personnel, you know, ACT has a building issue. I keep advocating to please get put at ACT so my students can do this. I know at my school it's not possible for us to get a JRTC program. But I do think relocating it to where all 4 high schools could have JRTC would be really beneficial to our students. And also, my teachers brought up at LSIC that our AP offerings are low, and we just suggested that maybe there be some type of I know AP teachers. I know we pay for take the AP test or AP test time, but maybe in some type of boost if they were to teach AP classes, there might be more incentive to do it. So that was just something they needed to bring up. I do see the benefit in it. If we're increasing our AP, is to give them a little bit more of incentive because it is more work. First class honors time. Lastly, we've gotten new sidewalks. So the pictures in this one are our front. Our students previously did not. They just had to walk through the mud. This is Miss Aker's area, where now we now have an outdoor classroom. For kids to be able to sit out there. And it was just grass. So we were tracking mud in and out. The sidewalks were built. were built. Ticket booth. You to know that you guys putting work in, so I putting work too. I got a 5,000 from T-Mobile, and we remodel and we booth the ticket booth. Thanks to maintenance, so I'd like to thank Mr. Daniel. He charged me for labor, and they went in there and built that for me. Williams is Miss Williams is in there. We got new windows. It's nice. We got a new metal roof. Yes, it's beautiful. Yes. The auditorium was redone. You see all this? You see this, y'all? Okay. I'm very thankful. The auditorium was redone. I got new carpet. I got new curtains. We got new auditorium doors, so we're really thankful, especially the band students. December 16th for our winter concert. The track has been redone. You can see again in the before pictures. We could not host a home track meet, and we can, and it is beautiful. People talked about it all at our football games. We have handicap parking. This one's a little bit older, but I wanted handicap parking. Previously, if you had any type of handicap parking, you would have to park in the grass on the hill. Dangerous. So it was a little dangerous. So now it's paved. It's a handicap parking lot for handicap parking, and that is at our softball, baseball. So we do appreciate that. And then lastly, this is my award. And like I said, I would try to know that I am at the top. I have pulled out all of the things. Like there were railroad ties, and there was old trees, and there was giant rocks. We don't know why. I don't know what the plan was with those. But we pulled all of those out. We spent $3,000 that we earned through concession. Me and the band students and a couple of hand shoveled over 4 tons of gravel. Miss Akers' children came up and showed me how to run a tiller. Thank you. And we ran the tiller. We put out probably over 400 feet of edging. And we're not planning on stopping. We will decorate for Christmas if you would like to come up. So right now there's hay bales and pumpkins and mums. And we do plan to do Christmas and keep all of that going. So I've talked a lot. I know. I just want to say thank you. I want to thank you for all the upgrades. The only upgrade I'm asking for now might as well as new flooring. My flooring is very mismatched. It's yellowed. It's different colors. We have sinkholes from the old fountain. And everything we're doing outside, I would like to continue. And what people see, I want them to come. I want them to come. That has happened. The best thing that has happened to us. So that is my presentation.
Just a comment. It says in your brochure that you're a school, you're a family.
Yes.
And I think that's right. Mm-hmm. Right. Thank you for the pictures showing the before and after. Okay.
Jamie, I just wanted to say, I'm really impressed to see all of your people here. I mean that's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's nice.
Only thing I was going to go over. You was going to go over.
I did not. Yeah. I'm getting new bleachers.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that as well.
Yeah. So that was the one.
Yeah. And I got a new sign. I didn't take a picture of that either.
Yeah.
New marquee. I have a new marquee that works.
Yeah, I was going
and
to
new
say.
panels.
Yeah, I was watching that sign. I kept bugging them, and they did guarantee me they got that in. So
Yeah.
that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of good things going on there. I told the board back this summer. I went down one day checking on the tennis courts, and there must have been 30 kids down there, out there shoveling gravel. And they're in the summer. I thought that was didn't have to be. I mean, they didn't have to be there and do whatever. Trust me, they're up to that. Really impressed campus. They're working on your campus. That was something you ought to be real proud of. That the kids came and did that. The other thing is, The FFA's accomplished a lot this year. Those guys have done a lot of different awards and things. I think you had, what, 2 or 3 state farmers? There again, their accomplishment that didn't happen. So those are all things. So those are all things to be good about. So when I give compliments, I also give requirements. I would really like to see those test scores come up. I don't know what the whole answers on those are. Hopefully you guys are breaking down the data, looking at your stuff and your test, and to get those math scores and those reading scores and science scores up. You know, I always tell people, you know, 20% looks, oh, okay, we're 20%, that's better than whatever. But that means 80% didn't get there. So that's not something we want to. I mean, it's something it's fact, but it's not something we're real proud of. So we just got to work on those things. And we're going to make a comment. It's kind of funny because Woodrow said they thought they had less discipline because of cell phones. You have more discipline because of cell phones. I don't think either one of them probably used to be in grade school. So I would agree that we probably need some more software training to help kids deal with emotions. And I think we can afford it, but when we had to CES or what ES community and schools people. That was a great thing because those people could kind of help some of those kids, and now that's all fell back onto you and well. So I'm not sure what the answer is to that, but I do agree we need to look at that.
What I like to hear, and it was really good that you are trying to help kids learn to communicate to each other. You have a hard time looking you eye to eye, talking one-on-one. That's impressive. That's impressive too, Jamie.
Thank you.
I agree with that totally. I agree with that totally. Communication skills is lacking, yes. And whether it's and it also go into forward when they go into the job market.
Yes.
Be able to interview, be able to look someone and talk, present himself, and a skill that we need to work on more and more.
For fourth, we're actually having some people from tech come and interview with the kids that want to go to ACT, so they can practice before they come. So we do have that scheduled. So you're right, because they don't know how to shake hands or look you. They really don't know how to communicate how they feel about anything, whether they're happy, sad, or angry. And that's really what we're seeing a lot of.
Yep. Yeah, you have 3 kids in a room and they're going back with a big conversation, but it's all on their thumbs. It's all texting back and forth. They don't talk. So that's a skill that we need to develop. But overall, I did want to congratulate you. And the campus looks great. The school looks great. Hope we're going to maybe do a little update on your football field to make it a little brighter back. It's kind of faded a little bit. We'll work on that. But everything looks great. I couldn't believe how much the track changed stuff.
I know.
It really did.
Well, getting a new fence too. I left that off. Thanks for that. So the fence around the football field is being black now?
Yeah, we're going to get the rest of the fence. We got the rest of the fence coming.
Can I ask a quick question? Miss Bailey, with your curriculum request, when would you imagine using that? In links or at some other point in the day? English classes? What's your thought?
My thought is links or advisory. We call it advisory, which is that 30-minute period. We do it every day. I know some schools maybe do it once a week, but we do it every day. But it goes past that because I think it's not necessarily like I want to do it just in that 30 minutes. That's why the personnel part where I would like teachers to be more trained and more involved is in the classroom when it's happening, like teachers knowing how to properly de-escalate a situation or, be able to help a kid to talk when they're mad. Because I think if we can start, no matter if it's, I don't think it really works if you're just looking at a kid and be like, let's talk about how when we're mad, what can we do? I think that's good, But I also think the staff part of it is a big component to them understanding how to do that, and really learning from somebody that knows how to do that. That's what I think we need and we're lacking is some type of expert in that field of what are really good strategies I can use in my classroom to do this. Because we do have PBIS, like we do have the reward system and the warning system, but we really don't have a good foundation of how do I teach students to communicate properly. Like, I have my way and Ms. McAllister has her way, but I know somebody out there has a good universal way for us to do that. And that's what I feel like we're lacking in education.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Trap Hill Middle School. Trap Hill Middle.
Yeah, you've all but
back and see if it's a little bit better. A little bit better. I don't know which one of the. Okay, is that better? Better. Oh, okay. Break it. I may not actually need it. Okay. Good evening, directors and Dr. Starcher and board members. Happy to be here on this first snowy evening we've got going on. I'd like to recognize my members. We have Assistant Principal Tim Teetle. Amy Bauer is one of our teacher representatives. Chris Chappell, as well as Anna Stover. Russell Quartz, one of my custodians, is service personnel. Sue Ann is another. She's one of my bus drivers. Parents, I have Jamie Holstein and Brittany Paetzel. My at-large, Leanna Burnett, Kim Cantley, and then science came in 25 from 17. Our major concern is attendance and how we plan to address. We have an attendance team, grade level, which SAT meetings for the continued absences for whatever the reasons, not just unexcused. Absences, and he's made several already. Attendance team. We have changed our unannounced when they're going. Never know when they're going to be. No, and they can't miss because they chose not to be there. And our first one went really well. It was a Halloween dance. So the only way they were eliminated is they had failing grades. Or pensions or DRs or school. So we didn't have very many. We are continuing our fill-ins for. We created several sixth grade advisories that are in competition. They are in competition. They're worth filling on their. And what that means is every day that they're present in advisory, the whole group, they get to fill in a letter, and then once they fill in all 8, they get to choose a special reward. I also staff fill in if we are all present, then we get to fill in a letter. Admin will take care of that reward, so any donations for that are appreciated. They've already asked me what they're going to get. We just started that for second 9 weeks, and we've got 2 letters filled in. I cost them 4 days. I got sick. Monthly perfect attendance names are written on Wildcat cutouts, and those go on. So we've done August and September combined, and then October, and they start and they go all the way down the lockers. Teachers have those as well on their doors. So we continued that. Also, we have a stuffed wildcat. Whichever grade is in the lead on the ADA, then they get the wildcat. Last year we had a competition. To name him, he was Jason 2.0. So this year we will have another competition on naming the wildcat. So we had very interactive and hands-on, they transform a trick. They even gave me a little thing to describe them. Tradition classroom into an interactive, student-centered, and students by combining technology, collaboration, and engagement. And they help middle school students develop critical thinking skills, rethinking skills, retain knowledge better, and show measurable improvement in academic performance. I was not aware of these Promethean boards. I think I'm going to show my age a little bit, but the boards we had so much better as far as I can do for my kids. Just continue to give us the days at the beginning of school year. That was very much appreciated, that change. Personnel, I have none at the moment. And facilities, we have no new request, just completion on some previous ones. School's biggest accomplishments for the year, we came up 6 spots to 36 over all the state middle schools. Our summative math, ELA, and science all came up from last year, and we are very proud of how we compare with middle schools and the state for the county. Scoreboard math progress was blue for the 2nd year. We had no red on any of the ELA or math performance or progress. Discipline on the scorecard went to green from blue. Everyone is on board with our READY program. Trap Halloween saw over 1,000 students again this year. We hosted our first ever fall craft fair on Saturday, which was amazing. Elizabeth Bowyer spearheaded that, and she did an excellent job. We had 30 spaces. They all were rented out, and only one did not show. So we used that as a fundraiser and to get our community in, and they showed out. We had over 300 people to come through our doors, as well as our attendance department and Medicaid. We had 2 other community resources, but they canceled, so we're hoping to make that a little bit better next year with that. We have 2 students that are going to be representing Trap Hill at our math regionals. That's one 7th grader and one 8th grader. As you know, 11 of our students were acknowledged for perfect writing scores. Miss Meadows was here. She had 9. She had to leave, but she had 9 of the 11. So that will start on second semester, and that's going to be a semester, and that's going to be a combination between the art class and her class, and once the roles are established, they're going to co-teach for a little while. Then once the set art and the set design and creation, and then acting, and so forth like that. We're very excited. And they're going to have a performance. Also, we have a piano 2 class. That's being offered by Lauren. With a recital, as well as a guitar class too, and they will also be joining the recital. So very excited about those classes. We finally have a career education teacher. He is a true asset to the building. He has scheduled multiple guest speakers from the community, showing kids that there's more out there than just the minimum wage jobs or holding no job at all. So very proud of that. And he's doing a lot of hands-on activities, engaging students and showing them exactly what can be out there. We are looking forward to that is going to be in conjunction with Dr. Seuss, and Miss Lisa Brown, our observer, is working to put that together. Also helping will be Kim Cantley, so we're very excited about that. We have never done that either, so using a little bit, but I'm a very brief person. Questions?
Well, Miss Pennington, I have to agree. You have the best school in the county, but Trap place is a special place in my heart. So I'm probably partial. I do want to congratulate you on your test scores. I think the thing should bring you great.
And that's with what we're doing. That's with what we're doing there. With what we're doing there is with the ones that do come. So imagine if we could figure out how to get the others.
Well, the ones that are coming and your attendance incentives are good. Word of mouth is going to help you. Good things for the community and for the school.
I'm very happy about our community events. They are expanding. The Fall Craft Fair, I was very nervous, but she put it together. I don't know. She did live stream it. I don't know if any of y'all had a chance to check it out or not. But it was very exciting, and we're planning on. I don't know if we're mulling that over, but trying yearly event around this time of year.
Anybody else?
Perfect scores, all the community involvement. Congratulations. Just sounds like a great place. Doing a good job.
Thank you.
Doing a good job.
Thank you.
I'll just say I'm Pennington and Trap Hill. I think a lot of great things are going on there, and I wasn't aware of these new classes. So I'm really excited about that. I remember I don't know, 4 years ago or so, Miss Pennington wanted some piano keyboards. Yes. So we were able to purchase those for
That was my first experience. Trying to,
with getting quotes, and I remember, and I was able to visit that classroom recently, but at your school, it was nice to see the kids there. But anyway, I'm really thrilled about these additional classes. I think that will be great, and
we put those pianos to good use.
You did. I could see that. So obviously, I think you're doing a great job. And the school is. So just keep up the great work. I think you'll continue to see gains.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Oh, and yes, Ms. Pennington, I would ask that you, I'm sorry, under curriculum, if you can just let us know the number of adjustable desks you need.
Okay.
And then I made a note. Is it 6 Promethean boards per grade? Because you have science, social studies. So you need 18.
2 math, 2 ELA, science.
And then the 1 science and 1
Mr.
social.
Dillon did call last year, and I couldn't give him an exact number, or I think he would have finished that project last year.
I'm sure he would have. If you can get us that number.
I will.
But I am correct that it's a total of 18 Promethean boards, right?
Definitely autistic. Moderate, and then could use it too. And then my pull-out ELA and math.
So now that's 22. You have just 1 pull-out reading and math?
I have one reading class, 1 ELA, and one room. Multiple classes, but 1 room.
Just double check how many you need.
22.
And then 22? Okay, 22. 22 Promethean boards, Miss Polly. And then those adjustable desks. If you can get us a count, we can.
I will.
Mr. Dillon can take care of that. Yep.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
The other thing I was going to say is your Halloween thing gets bigger and bigger every year, and that's a really big thing for the community.
Doing it right because she's doing it in between the door and.
But it looks good. But today, and I was down today, and it pick up and up, and I was kidding a certain young man about we put the new cover on the walkway coming in, but they don't use it. So I'm not sure why we cover on that. Why we put the cover on that? But that's
Today, you talking about today?
Yeah.
Since it's bad weather, the library, but they come out.
But if it's bad, but we put a new cover to keep them out of bad weather. Anyway, that's just my thing on that.
Okay.
The last thing I have is, Asher, you gotta stand up, buddy. Come over here. Stand up and come over here to the front. I do this to every kid. I don't know just because it's Asher. I do it to every class. I actually let doing it to her. I hear about doing it to her. You got to ask a question here real quick. We ask this for every student representative of all the schools. What's the greatest thing about Trap Hill Middle? And then what's the one thing you would improve if we put you up here in Dr. Starcher's seat? She's already given a video board, so it's pretty hard to beat that. But what one thing you would do to improve Trap Hill Middle, okay? Now, the best thing, and then the one thing you want to improve, okay? I will say this, and just because he's in, I've seen this guitar and the music. I knew nothing about him, a piano or anything else. He has really got into your music teacher and the piano, and a lot of kids have, and that's just another asset that you added to your school. And for years you had, when Miss Smith and they had a choir, and the choir was great. And now to have that all coming back again, I think that'll really add something to your school and your school environment.
Lauren has started, last year she started reaching out and going out and doing the tours again. This year she has 2 scheduled, so.
Great. Glad. Yeah, they ate. They did. We had a presentation, but Fairdale didn't have a museum board movable for us to be able to use. So I'm just giving you the slides and stuff for it. You're welcome. Hi, how are you? I'm good. God, I probably don't need this mic at all. I've been known to be a little loud. First thing I'd like to do is welcome my team. I have a great LSIC team. With me tonight I have my counselor, Molly Toney, my teachers, Meredith Burns, Bethany Dickens, and Megan Kanjimi. My service personnel, I have Tina McClellan and Peggy Williams, and my at-large member, Todd Burns. So they work very hard. And if you've ever been to my school, you know we're very small, but we're mighty. We're very mighty down there. We have a handful of people that do multiple jobs and duties, and I really appreciate that. Okay, before we get started, there were some clerical errors or typos when we sent Mr. Dillon our list for our 2024-2025 percentage of proficient students. So I'd like to clear that up before we get started. In our math for 24, we were at 36%, and 2025 we went to 30%, which we did have a decrease of 6%. In reading in 24, we were at 33%, and in 25, we went up to 42%. In science, yay, highest in the. Did y'all hear me? Okay, so. In 2024, we were at 14%. In 2025, we were at 44%. Yay. Thank you, Michelle. Appreciate that. Okay, so our major concern for 25-26 is student achievement scores in math. That's a big thing for me, being a math teacher. But we do have a education doesn't seem to be in my community, and we're trying really hard to change that. So we're doing a lot of things about the absenteeism. And another thing we're going to work on this year is classroom management strategies. We've implemented a lot of the PBIS and RTI framework, and it's working wonderful. It's just, we got the rest of the year to make it great. But what we've done so far is really doing. Our plans to correct the concerns that we have. We are implementing daily evidence-based and standard-centered curriculum programs for our math and ELA. We established a attendance committee to address the gaps in achievement and celebrate the attendance growth. We're doing a lot of things for attendance. We have an attendance team. We put together a whole attendance team that teachers are working on things to do. We do monthly attendance incentives. We do meaningful context weekly. We have a weekly attendance trophy that goes around from class to class, so to celebrate that. We have school counselor connections. And we're also addressing the barriers that's facing our community, like basic needs and safety and resources. Those are things that my community struggles with. So the teachers and I and the family, reaching out to our families to see what we can do to help to get their kids to school. It's like if they miss the bus, they oversleep, that's it. There's no way to get their kids to us. So, there's a lot of things that we're trying to work on. We are also partnering with the West Virginia Department of Education to try to do some positive behavior supports in our classroom. And on here, we're working with the West Virginia Department of Agriculture. They came to visit us because we have implemented food to school program, and we're working on that. We a lot of vegetables this year, and berries and fruits and things that the kids were able to plant and harvest and serve in lunch. It was wonderful, and the lady from the agriculture department came in and worked with us with that. So we like that. The things that the board can help assist us with our multi-tiered aids and manipulatives initiative. You all wanting to do things for us, I mean, we just got a lot of stuff, but they don't know what to do with it. So I'm trying to get, and we have a whole math room full of manipulatives. That's just there. So I talked with the lady. The West Virginia Department, and she's coming to and working to work with the teachers to try to utilize what we have. To try to have the kids have some more hands-on things. Our staff development, The professional development centering on PBIS and RTI implementation, classroom management, and data assessment. Just today, we had iReady meetings, and I talked with the teachers. The iReady scores this year was okay, beginning of the year. 18% of our kids was in the red. So I'm like, okay, I can start with 18% and work up. So I was really proud of that, beginning of the year. Our personnel, dear God, I'd like to have a full-time counselor. I know that's a lot to ask for. I know, I got it. But I have a lot of kids in need. I have a lot of kids that have a lot of emotional issues. And it's so funny because when I was a teacher, a behavior was, you be quiet, you behave, you do, you study, you learn. I didn't really think a lot about the social emotional issues as a teacher. I was there to teach and do my job, and, but as the principal, you see a whole different side of the kid because you have that opportunity to see that. And Ms. Tony and I work, like I introduced her to the other day, as my left hand. We work well together and try to help these kids. And I'm not saying everybody else doesn't have issues. I'm sure they do. But my community has massive issues, social, emotional issues. So I'd like to have her. Sorry, Martinsburg, but I'd like to have her all the time. Okay, in our facilities, Ms. Pennington wanted 22 Promethean boards. I'd like to have 2. I just like to have 2. But we need a couple Promethean boards for our classroom teachers. I like to have a couple storage buildings. We have 2, but they're kind of dilapidated and falling in, so we need a couple storage. Cut and weed eat it is time. Cut and weed eat it is time. Cut and weed eat it is time. Start all over. It is time. Start all over. Time. Start all over. Start over. So a little help there. A little help there would be really appreciated. Okay, and our biggest accomplishment for the year, we had a significant increase in science and ELA proficiency. Student achievement, engagement, and participation increased significantly through the multi-tiered, diverse academic and social emotional supports. Like I said, our PBIS is off and running. We utilize Character Strong in every classroom every day. Some things that I like to share with you. I have a full staff, yay. It's wonderful. I have a little girl, she's a sub, but she is, certified teacher now. So all my teachers are good, and I'm telling you, we're going to do good things this year. Our parent involvement has increased tremendously. That was my major concern when I first became the principal, because our parent involvement it was zero. I mean, it was zero. No parents ever came in the building. They knew nothing. And now we do a lot of things. And like we just had a parent luncheon, and we had over 120 parents and grandparents come in. It was lovely. It was lovely. We just did a program on Friday, and the gym was packed. That was good to see. We're doing a reading night and a math night. Our PTO this year is very active, which is helping us a lot. And I don't know, and something else that we would like to have, we would like our projector fixed. I think I talked to CD a couple of times about it. We have a projector. We have a screen. It hasn't worked in a year and a half. There's an issue with a lift or something. I don't know. But we don't need a new one. We just like it fixed so we can use it. But I would like to thank you all very much for the parking lot. Our parking lot got paved this summer. It's fabulous. It looks fabulous. Thank you, Mr. Daniel, or whoever's in charge. Thank you. Appreciate it. We did get some new door locks on our doors. So Dr. Starcher was talking about going into schools, and the doors wasn't locked. I knew that wasn't me. Wonderful. Wonderful. We got a new scoreboard for our gym. So that's all I have.
Doing everything she's doing at Clear Fork to make sure we can operate there. Every day. Again, I don't want to get into lots of details, but I appreciate everything she's doing every day to keep us open at Clear Fork on a daily basis. And then I had I thought I had a question for you. Oh, yes, with your storage buildings, you requested 2. Are you saying that the 2 that are there need removed and you would just like them replaced with 2 new ones,
Yes,
or
that'd
you
be
want
great.
4 total?
No, I don't think the 2, they're not usable, right, Tina? they're bad. It's hard to get the doors open, and it's kind of, yeah, we'd like 2 new ones, please.
So you're just asking for 2 new ones and replace the ones that you have?
Yes,
Okay, I wanted to make sure I understood that. And we don't have a zero turn there?
No.
Ms. McClellan, we don't, no zero turn. You haven't had one, you're just asking for one?
Don't listen to her. I'll teach her. It'll be all right. She's just scared.
Okay. Thanks for the clarification,
Maybe
Ms.
you
McClellan.
maybe you just need a bigger. You just need a mower, riding mower. A 50. What riding mower do you have now?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you probably just need a nice John Deere 54 or 60-inch cut. That's what you need. I mean, I was going to get a zero turn too, but we have a pond right there, and I could see my wife in the pond, so I didn't get that. Yeah, yeah. See if she could do it. But no, I understand you just need a bigger mower to be able to do it quicker. That's what you need. We can do something, whatever.
And then I have one last question.
Okay.
This projector that needs fixed?
Yeah.
Where's the projector?
In the gym. And we have a screen that comes down.
Okay.
It's got some issues.
Thank you. We'll check
Our
it out.
sound system kind of is crappy too, but that's okay. I can work with that. But I'd really like the projector for what I do.
Absolutely. I mean,
but I have a staff.
The gym, and Miss Can Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking it was a different. That's your married name. Can Jimmy's your married name. She's like, she's in there. Well, I can't be in there. I'm coming to this class. I'm coming to this classroom to teach staff and the staff and the students. They didn't miss a beat. So absolutely. Clear Fork's a wonderful little school, and has a great staff, great students, and great sincere. But I'm sincere. I really appreciate all you're doing. This going there. Thank you so much. I know.
How many long-term subs do you have? How many subs do you have? I mean, you said, is everybody going to be fully certified when the one sub gets certified? Is that correct?
Yes, I have one sub in 3rd grade.
Okay.
And I think she finished off her testing and stuff.
So you would be fully certified with it? Oh, that's great. And the only thing, we brought up, but we just had to make note of it too, that your test scores in math, but it seems like you have a plan to improve those.
Yes, I do.
And
even if I have to go in there every day, we have a plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a plan there. And I congratulate you on your reading scores and improvement there, and continue those.
Thank you.
Don't let one year just be your blimp on it. Make sure you keep forward on that.
Yeah, because I told him, I said, I'm not going to the board and telling them that we were a fluke.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that happens, and it does happen, and we have that lots of times here. So, congratulations on that. Been there a couple times. The school stuff, and it is a nice little school, and you guys do a good job. I think you guys could have been considered on the campus things. You guys take good care of that school. It looks really nice.
Thank you.
And I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, if you get a new Mario, it'd be easier, huh?
I'm trying. She's fighting.
You have a lot to be proud of. You all are doing
Oh, thank you.
a good job in the community. Test scores are coming up. I think we'll see improvement in your attendance. But you have a lot to be proud of.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, now March 4th.
So math here for math, we had an increase. We have increase of 7.45%, and that was our main focus for last year. Was math. In reading, we did have a decrease of 2.30%. That was mostly because of our phonics. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But last year in reading, so we're still 20% higher than the previous year. Science, we went down 6.67%. So I've purchased all of the kits for Mystery Science this year, and our teachers are using those so that the kids are definitely getting the hands-on portion to go along with the videos. Our major concern this year is going to echo Miss Carter's. We have an urgent need for mental health services in our area. We have a lot of students that cannot get to Beckley for these therapies and things like that. They don't have the transportation. And we had people that were able to come into the building, but they are no longer authorized to do so. And it had made such a difference with several, to the point of there was a student used to be removed from the classroom multiple times a day that we didn't hear from, other than for good things. And we don't want to go backwards. We desperately want those mental health services in our school. We already have challenging attendance issues, so even the students we have that can get to Beckley for those appointments, they're missing whole days of school to go to those, or half days of school to go to those. And if we had that ability there at our building, we would also be increasing our attendance. I added in there that it truly holds that you can't get to Bloom without going low. And if we truly want to see us rise, all have their planning time. So school does character strong first thing in the morning. Previously we had for clinic for 6 whole months before COVID hit, and it was making a difference. Since Since then, we've been told multiple times that they can't get anybody to come there. I think that's very sad, because those are the kids that truly need that help. They need those services. Our attendance is poor because our kids are not there. They're sick. They tell times they're sick. They're sick, and we can't say they're not. And then they're going to doctor's appointments in Beckley for something easy that could have been taken care of there at the school, and they wouldn't have missed instruction. Academically, our major concern is the drop in our ELA scores. Although it's still that 20% increase from 2023, and we did meet our annual target for academic achievement, we do know that we need to go in a forward trajectory. So our plans to correct things: for mental health in a school-based clinic, all we can do is keep asking and seeking cooperation from others. I'm hoping that since we are hiring a new director of nursing, that I can get some progress going in that area again. In ELA, we did notice that phonics was our I Ready reading, classroom assessments and observations. So we purchased UFly Foundations Manual for each of our classroom teachers and their aides or paraprofessionals in grades K through 2, and all of our teachers in 3 through 5 that work with the students on phonics and skill groups. That includes our special education and our Title I teachers. Our academic coach, Rachel Halstead, has done a training with all of the teachers on UFly, and we are seeing it work in our classrooms. So that is very, when they out and read then they can, let's see. We have had a renewed emphasis in accelerated reader this year. We had our 9th, and I had levels that nearly every kid in the grade level met their goal. My highest reader has already achieved 94. We love our simple solutions math, and we would love to have simple solutions grammar as well. So if we can find some money, for that, that would be awesome. Our school has been able to purchase Power School behavior support for the past 2 years for our PBIS. That's an online program that collects their Bulldog bucks, and they have their own little bank. It also sends direct information to the parents when they sign up. Negative behaviors, positive behaviors, shout outs, they get immediate when the teachers put it in. I would love to be able to continue that, but I'm not certain that the money will be there next year for our school. For staff development, I didn't put anything, and that's because I feel like we need to have time to just focus on what we're doing. If we keep adding and adding and adding, we're never going to get good at what we're doing. So we need to refine and perfect where we are right now. Personnel, I have no requests because I'm a realist and we don't have the enrollment to have any requests there. We're thankful for the new equipment that was purchased for us to address our tiles. It does help, but it does not last long, and there are many areas that continue to look dingy and scratched. If we could get new tiles, that would make my year. Thank you for the mulch pads under our swings. That's keeping our mulch from flying across the playground, and that's been great. We're still waiting on additional barriers to add additional mulch, or we're going to look at doing one of the grants to see if we could get turf maybe for that area like Stratton has right now. We'll see. Also, we've been touch-up painting for several years, well, the entire time I've been there. So since 2018, we've touch paint. Our halls and our cafeteria need desperately painted. Although I get the same, we met our targets for academic achievement in both math and in ELA. We also moved from red, which does not meet to yellow partially meets in math, and the low SES subgroup in math and ELA. We went from red, we bypassed yellow, and we made it to blue, which is meets standards in math academic progress. And we maintained blue in ELA. Last year, math was our greatest result. We did have a 7.45% increase, and we did meet that standard. We also won our bronze medal last year for PBIS. Things that we're happy or proud of. We have a student-led kennel club every Monday morning at 8:45. Y'all are welcome to come. It's a lot of fun. We sing, I dance a little bit, so that's something to look forward to. And we do our celebrations from our classes that win their golden bone for 5 days of perfect attendance to our kids that get a coin for our new book vending machine for getting 10 points in accelerated reader. We have fancy lunches where we do tablecloths and silverware, and we actually serve our kids, and they really enjoy that. So that's one thing we're proud of. And currently they are working towards taping me to the gym wall. So if they read 1,500 books by the end of the 9 weeks, they get to duct tape me to the gym wall. And they have currently read 350 books since the 9 weeks started last week. So I'm feeling like I'm going to be hanging from a wall before long. So I've done it one other time. Thank you for the return of DARE. That just makes my heart so happy. Thank you for our Promethean boards to finish out our classrooms. And I want to thank maintenance and purchasing because they have worked hard to try to find a remedy for our tiles. And we're getting ready to have new lighting in our gym. Our maintenance. We have pretty good attendance today because we did a Veterans Day program. So each classroom had a presentation and we invited everybody. So we are trying our best for attendance.
I guess my question was, and I'm ignorant to this fact, is you said that before COVID you were able to provide the services, the mental health services in the building, but now you can't. They're not allowed to offer those services in the building. Who isn't allowed to?
Okay,
and who said
that's
that?
two different things.
Yeah, I was going to say.
The clinic was through Access Health.
Through Access Health.
And when COVID hit, You know, they
They
shut
quit.
it down.
Okay.
And they never came back.
Okay, well, maybe we get in there. I mean, one time before we looked at New River down there too, so we
Yes.
we need to look at. I mean, access somebody because, I mean, we worked really hard to try to get a complete clinic in that school when it was built. Really hard. I mean,
I
worked at the
know.
governor's office, and right up to the end they told us yes, and then they lied to us. But anyway, which I'm not immune to that. But
the one that I said's not authorized in life counseling used to come to the building, and
Okay.
they don't have a memorandum of understanding with the county,
so that's something that
they
we would
can
have to
no
work on a
longer
county
do
basis to
that.
get a memorandum with them. Were they successful? Did they help your school?
Oh, yeah, yes, it was amazing.
Okay. So it's about a memorandum of understanding.
Oh yes, they were very disappointed when I said, "I'm sorry, you can't come anymore."
Okay. Right. And I think
We don't pay them. We have had multiple private corporations or agencies reach out to us to come into the schools across the county, different schools, to provide different types of therapies. And at the present time, we've not approved any of them this year. But there are multiple. And the question really becomes, some of them want to come in and just meet with certain students. Some of them want to be there to meet with any students. It's a variety of models, if you will. And instructional time, also trying to meet needs of it's a little bit of a challenge.
Right.
Right now with the C's or agencies or companies, or, whatever they may be called, who want access to be in our buildings, to work with any kids.
Right.
So
Sure.
we have probably, I don't know, 6, 7 that have reached out
But I guess the question is,
to work with Raleigh County schools in our
Raleigh County
schools.
schools countywide, but how many want to go to Marsh Fork? That's the trouble.
Well, it's the way it's come to me. These different ones just want to be able to work with any of our schools.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah, I understand that, but
Yeah.
Well, I would think that as a board, and we've heard tonight from several schools about the emotional, social needs of students, and that's a big concern, that maybe we should look and draw up the parameters of what we will allow to happen within our schools, and then reach out to, and I know instructional time's important, but as Tracy said, you're not going to teach them to read if they have all these needs out there.
And if they're getting put out of class, they're not learning.
So I think that it behooves us to draw up the parameters of what we expect and demand that these companies do, or organizations, when they come in and say, okay, this is what you're going to work under. But to ignore it totally.
Oh, I wouldn't say we've ignored it totally. Not yet.
It
But
kind of sounds like we're not doing too much.
it's
So I think that maybe we need to do a little more on that end as far as getting what we want together.
And then another last question I'll have here for you is, I guess I'm ignorant to this fact too, is what's the problem with the tiles?
They're the tiles that you're not supposed to wax.
Right.
And they have grooves in them. Dr. Starcher came the other day and she said, "What is wrong with this?" And I'm like, "That's what it looks like."
So it never looks good, does it? It always
I mean, the machine that we got, it will clean it. It still doesn't look good, but it looks better. But you can't do that every night to every room.
Right. Is that a vinyl tile of some kind?
Yep.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, I understand.
The one thing I'd like to also
One that did the communication for me previously. For me, that's wisely. That's wise. That's wise. And wise in that.
What I mean is the fact that Angie Foster is in kind of a state of limbo with the new director coming on. It's not that the school system or the director of school health is holding that up. The best knowledge I have, and it's been this way, Access Health in the past at least has said that they just to volume. We even worked with them to try to get them to split between Clear Fork. Miss Carter's shaking her head. We tried to get them to split between Clear Fork and Marsh Fork. And originally, I thought we had some movement there, and then that fell by the wayside. Now, when you get into the school health-based centers, I might say this incorrectly, but different providers like Access Health, New River, Raynell Medical, they have coverage areas. And our coverage, Access Health controls our coverage area. So unless Access Health says we don't want it and you can work with New River to provide it, we don't have that ability. So many years back, New River, Raleigh County Schools, we could use New River out on the hill at Independence, which we do. But to the best of my knowledge to date, Access Health has not said that about Marsh Fork and Clear Fork. I could be wrong.
Yet they don't want to come.
Yet you have to, in the past, we've had that discussion, yes. And the last I know about it, they haven't provided, normally they provide like a letter or a release that says some other entity can provide the service. I've actually, I believe, talked about Delegate Tony about that in the past. So to the best of my knowledge, Access Health has not released Marsh Fork and Clear Fork.
I understand that, but maybe we need to push one. I mean, that's how New River got an Independence area, because we first started that, Access was going to do it, but they didn't have the pay, so New River came in and did it. Okay, so I mean, yeah, it's one thing not to give it up, but if you can't service it, hopefully we can pursue it.
But I do know that I've reached out again, trying, when this came back in, they reached out again. But we can only create, make so much happen with the school-based health clinics. The providers have to be willing to go, and willing.
Oh, we welcome you to.
How you doing?
You've had a nice turnout too. You made it really good.
Okay, welcome Fairdale.
Thank you. Go ahead. All right, I will introduce you to Fairdale's LSIC team. Teachers are Tara Vass, Elizabeth Jenkins, Jessica Dunbar. Service personnel, Kim Jarrell, Bill Drennan. Parents, Marquita Ellison, Samantha French, Debbie Akerd. At-large members, our business partner, Hannah Mason, Alicia Hatcher, and Amy Cozart. So to review the performance measures on the WVGSA and the percent efficient students at Fairdale, for math, we were 43% proficient. In comparison to 2024, we were at 38%. Reading, 58% proficient students, whereas in 2024, we were 52%. And science, we were 29% proficient, whereas in 2024, we were 32%. At Fairdale, major concerns for this school year, we would like to see our science scores show an increase and our math and ELA scores to show even more increase. We have concerns for staffing in that we have multiple changes to professional staff this school year. 3 professional staff have taken positions elsewhere. While we are happy to see them move forward in their careers, we hope that the staffing changes do not impact our student scores. We currently have 3 long-term substitute teachers serving in the building, even after posting positions multiple times. We would like to have staffing to provide more tiered instruction, such as through a teacher serving as an interventionist. To address that at this time, we have 2 periods of the day where I have infractions. We see for the first week of the school that Fairdale had the fourth highest attendance rate for all elementary schools in Raleigh County, and we would like to see that trend improve. Regarding facility issues, for leaks in the cafeteria and gymnasium that are ongoing issues. They are addressed by maintenance but seem to occur, over again. Additionally, we have the sound issues with the sound system in our gymnasium, and that has proven during this ball season to be pretty problematic, and the technology department has already been working to address this. So our last home game, it went out completely, so they are working with me to get that corrected. So our plan to correct or address major concerns at our school: professional development opportunities are being provided for staff, including teacher mentor and new teacher academy and other opportunities from the county. Data will be tracked regarding usage of Mystery Science and the Character Strong program, our new curriculum for social, economic, and emotional health. Our school has a set weekly time to teach the Character Strong curriculum in addition to any other time they can add that in. So every Friday morning at 8:30, you'll see Fairdale in a Character Strong lesson. So monthly attendance incentives are provided. Incentives are provided for performance on the GSA, as well as non-week academic incentives are given. Regarding the sound system in the gym, our school is willing to take on a portion of the cost if the system needs to be repaired or replaced. What the board can do to assist our school: as far as curriculum, we would appreciate continued provision of Mystery Science And we use our levy money to purchase Reflex Math and Math Shelf for our pre-K and K students for strong character being provided. Staff development, provision of professional development for science instruction to increase our scores in that area, and continue to mentor new teachers, as well as Ms. Blankenship has a program she has started for new interventionists to work with providing free instruction. And facilities. Our school does not have blinds or shades in the classrooms. And it doesn't appear that there has ever been here. We would like to have universal classroom shades, just for safety measure on the outside. And we would like the leaks addressed in the gym and cafeteria, and help in purchasing a new sound system if that is what is determined that needs to happen. And our biggest accomplishments for this year was showing gains in math and ELA scores on the GSA from previous school year, and to have our attendance rate at 4th for the first month of school. That was an improvement over the previous year too. So I also wanted to say that I'm very thankful for things that have come to fruition since I've been here, that you all have helped provide the fence for the playground. It's very much appreciated, especially for our special needs. It's a great addition. We love our school sign, and the community seems to like it as well. And just appreciate all that you do. Appreciate all that you do here for us.
Any questions? Comments?
I asked Mr. Daniel this, but he probably knows someone will ask him. The leak in the gym, Lord, that's been here for how many years? I mean, it's been leaking since Asher was in the 3rd grade down here playing ball. I mean, we just keep patching it. Do you know where we're at on it? Yeah, but it's just, there's telling you the thing, it was just, at one time they said it was coming through the air, the HVAC things, and stuff, but now it's just where it leaking every different places. Yeah, because that's all, I mean, that's aggravating to come in here and you got to pull the water right here in the middle of the gym floor and to do it. But I knew that has been a problem for a long time and stuff on that, to do it. When it comes to, you talk about shades for your windows, would you ever have screens or shades? We had this request for a lot of schools and stuff, and I know some of them have put the screens. You have the screens on out front,
right?
And I like the screens personally, but I know that you've been buying those instead of us buying them. But as we look forward, an investment for us, security. It's a big security. It's a big security thing. It's a security thing. It's a thing to do. It's a thing to do. It's a thing to do. A thing to do. The thing you didn't mention, and I mentioned preschool, but your preschool playground really looks nice. Looks nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
That's an excellent thing that they did. It was a big improvement over what we had there before. And the other playground, I came this summer and they were taking all the mulch out. And I was impressed with doing that, because this playground gets used not just during school, but during the summer. A lot of people bring kids up to play here. It's kind of use your playground.
And most evenings after school.
Yeah, and after school. So everything looks good there. Just keep up the scores. Keep them going in the right direction. That's important. And I want to personally thank you for the hostess tonight, for the refreshments. Well, your pepperoni rolls are tough to beat. They're good. They're really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, Larry. I think Larry's got them in his pocket. You better might want to check his pockets there. I think he put a couple in his pockets there. But yeah, they're really good. They're really good. I appreciate it. And I do thank you for hosting us. Appreciate it.
Miss Gerald, correct?
Very good.
Miss Workman Doss is now Miss Gerald, if you didn't know that, but congratulations to her and her husband. But I just want to say thank you for hosting us. Again, I appreciate that. Did the students make these?
Yes, so my kindergarten students made your name tags with dabbers. So the second graders made the centerpieces. And then I had 8 greeters that are 4th and 5th graders, and some of them have already left for the evening, but these 4 have been troopers.
Well, thank you to these 4, and I just really wanted to commend all the students. I really appreciate their level of involvement in getting ready for tonight's event. So thank you, and thank you to those teachers and students.
I didn't see your students come in. You guys come up here and stand up here real quick.
Come on.
Come up here to the thing. Come on, all 4 of you. You're okay. I don't bite. I won't bite you. I'll let 4 of you. You can get as a team and give me some answers, okay? Okay. You got 4 of you there. What's the greatest thing about being a Falcon? What do you like best about coming to Fairdale, huh? Yeah. Oh boy. What's the greatest thing? Speak in the mic. I can't hear you. Or somebody has to. Come down here. It's all right.
Just come to learn.
Okay, good. How about you ladies? What do y'all think? What do you like? Well, I'll make it even easier on you, okay? This is the easy one. This is the easy one. What's the one? What's the one thing? If you could improve one thing at Fairdale, to make it better school out of it. Did you enjoy coming to school every day better? What would be that one thing you would do? There's no wrong answer.
What would you like to see here that you think would make it better?
What did he say?
Football field.
Football field, all right. Hey, you're going to wish. There you go. How about you over here? I think you had some. What did you say, son? Bigger rock climbing wall. Yeah, I got you. Hey, there you go. There you go. You're thinking. All right, ladies, these guys have been kind of blowing you out of the water. Let's come up with something here.
Ella asked for more recess.
Okay, that's great.
Kendall, what would you like? She likes the school just the way it is.
Way it is. All right.
They are very, very respectful students, and one of our initiatives here is to teach respect, and all 4 of them show it daily. And I'm going to call out 2 of them. This young lady, every day when she gets off the school bus, every single day says, "Have a blessed day." Every single day, and it's beautiful, and she makes my day. And then, and Jimmy, I'm gonna brag on him a little bit too. Had the highest reading scores in my whole school. So
That's great.
very
That's great.
proud of them.
Has
And
highest reading
Ella
scores
and
in school.
Easton make my day every day. They're a very respectful group of students, and I'm very proud to have them.
Guys, thank you. All right, guys. Thank you, Falcons. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is that all?
Okay, that's all we have on our agenda. This meeting is adjourned.